Would you sleep peacefully if someone out there knew your darkest secrets and threatened to reveal them? In 1976, the quiet town of Circleville, Ohio, became the stage for a nightmare no one saw coming. Mary Gillespie, a respected school bus driver, received a strange letter in her mailbox. It accused her of having an affair with the school superintendent. But the letter wasn't just a threat. It revealed personal details no one else should know. Mary thought it was a cruel prank and ignored it. But the letters kept coming, each handwritten in block letters, warning her to end the affair or face the consequences. Soon, her husband, Ron Gillespie, also began receiving them. The writer claimed he was watching them, always. But Mary swore there was no affair. Whoever was writing the letters seemed to know their every move. The community started whispering. Neighbors watched neighbors. People suspected their friends. Fear spread like wildfire through Circleville. Then, one evening, Ron received a phone call. No one knows what was said, but Ron grabbed his gun and stormed out of the house in a rage. Minutes later, his truck was found crashed into a tree. Ron was dead, shot once in the chest. The gun had fired. But how? The sheriff called it an accident, said Ron must have shot himself in a rage, but locals didn't buy it. Why would Ron drive with his gun in hand? And why did witnesses see a strange man near the crash site? Soon after Ron's death, the letters got worse. They accused the sheriff of covering up a murder. Who was this watcher, and how did they know so much? Mary was living a nightmare. She tried changing her routine. She stopped driving her usual routes, but the letters still followed her, showing up wherever she went. Then came the trap. One morning, she spotted a crude sign on a fence near her bus route. The message was filthy, mentioning her daughter in vile words. Mary pulled over furious and yanked the sign down. That's when she saw it. A loaded revolver, rigged behind the sign, wired with a string. If she had pulled harder, it would have fired right into her face. The police traced the gun to Paul Freshour, Mary's own brother-in-law. Paul insisted he had nothing to do with it, but he was arrested anyway. Paul went to trial. The evidence was thin, but the jury convicted him. He was sent to prison for attempted murder. The town breathed a sigh of relief, thinking the watcher was behind bars. But then, the letters kept coming. Hundreds of them. Even Paul received one in prison. They mocked him, mocked the police, and terrified the town. How could Paul be sending letters from solitary confinement? Had they arrested the wrong man? Or was there more than one watcher? Investigators tried tracing the letters. They checked postmarks, handwriting, fingerprints. Nothing ever matched. Paul served his sentence and got out in 1994, still claiming he was innocent. But by then, Circleville had changed. Neighbors no longer trusted each other, and the letters had never truly stopped. Then came the final twist. In 2004, long after the case was forgotten, a man cleaning out his late father's attic in Circleville found a box. Inside, stacks of letters, all in the same eerie block handwriting, and among them, photographs of Mary, Ron, Paul, and detailed maps of their homes. The father, a respected local, and a close friend of the sheriff. The police dismissed it as coincidence. The man said his father liked collecting local curiosities, but the son swore he'd seen his father writing letters in that same block style when he was a kid. To this day, no one knows the truth. Was it the father all along? Was the sheriff protecting his friend? Or was the watcher someone else entirely? Circleville still lives with the shadow of the watcher. The case remains officially unsolved. Would you feel safe, knowing the watcher could be anyone and might still be out there? Like, share, and subscribe to Sinister Files, where the darkest true stories come alive.